Narayana, Narayana. As you all know, today is Narada Jayanti, and Narada is a Triloka Sanchari who can move in the three worlds freely. He has an eternal green passport and visa where nobody stops him, and he is a bestower of peace and a custodian of good, and all that he does is only for the welfare of the society and mankind. So, prostrating to that great sage who always keeps thinking of Narayana, let us also invoke that devotion in us and start with our studies. So, to continue with the 266, we have been seeing that the Ashantasya Kutasukam. See, we have been seeing as to how a restless mind cannot harvest peace. And without peace, there is no happiness. And the root cause for lack of peace is lack of purity in the mind, lack of purity in the heart. The purity, what I mean is the state of desirelessness. You see, we have been running after things since our childhood and even prior to that. Means even before that, from ages, births after births, we have been running. And if we think that quenching the thirst, it will put a full stop, that's a false notion. That's a false notion. Just imagine that a person needs 2 lakhs. We give him 2 lakhs, the person is not happy. Immediately something else comes because we have got used to run behind things. A after A, B after B, C after that Z after Z, A B, A C, Z Z after Z Z, A B, A. It goes on and on forever. Just until unless the knowledge is gained that the root cause for all the problems is my desire, not the worlds of object outside. That clarity we should have. The moment we get that clarity, we are at peace, and at peace brings purity. The purity makes us to sit in meditation, and the meditation will be a launch pad for liberation, kaivalyam, moksha, nirvana, whatever we call it as. So, the only method to unlock the floodgates of Atmananda, that is the Ananda of the self, which is devoid of the objects of the world, is to have a clear cut understanding that this world of objects is an endless process and it can never give us a permanent happiness. In fact, a few days back I was seeing a small video clip shared by one of my friends on WhatsApp. The clipping goes like this: a person, he gets into a Bentley car, and next to him is his colleague. So on way, he drops in midway, and then from there he gets back. And then the owner of the Bentley car, he says, See, I have a Bentley, but I wish if I had Rolls, Mercedes, BM, something, he says. And his friend, he smiles and says, be happy, be fortunate that you own a car. So now I have to get down here and I have to take a cab. Then he feels, yes, really I'm blessed. The thing is, there are two sides of us. One is towards the right, other one is towards the left. One is towards the right who are possessing things more than what we possess, and left are the things who are possessing lesser acquisitions than what we have. So happiness is based on the direction in which we look, number one. Number two, the attitude at which we look. If you look to the right and if you feel happy, wow, that's nice, he owns a Rolls Royce, there's no problem. The moment you look at right and says, oh, I am left with this, I don't have that, the problem starts. The same thing, if you look towards left, you feel compassion. Oh, he doesn't have that. How can I help him to gain something more? The charity flows out. Second, the gratitude comes in. Oh God, you have blessed me with this. So nice. The thanking attitude comes in. I know people, they are always, including the speaker at times, always wanting. I want this, I want that. I have a house, I don't have a slab. My brother doesn't have a house. My brother has a house, but it's an old house. Oh. Never ending sorrows. Look towards the left. People who are left with things. And to continue with that, the same man, continue with the story of the Bentley. The same man, after getting down at the alighted place where he has to get down, he sees a person on a two-wheeler, and he feels, I wish at least I had a two-wheeler. And a two-wheeler man feels, how nice if I can afford a cab instead of regular maintenance of the vehicle, servicing, adding diesel or other petrol or gas, whatever you call it as, So nowadays some two-wheelers comes with diesel also, or now the electric vehicles, EVs as they call. He feels that always people, they want what they don't have, and they don't relish and cherish what they have. That is the problem. And next to him there is a person who is on a bicycle who feels, how nice if I had a scooter. I'm getting tired cycling so long. And on the other side, on the pavement, on the footpath, the person is walking, looking at this man with a cycle. Fat tire cycles, which comes with 32 gears. And oh, I wish I had a cycle instead of walking so long. And he walks a distance, and he sees a person who is walking with sandals, with slippers, and looks at this person and says, oh, what a nice shoe that he has, sports shoe. So soft and comfortable, I wish I had this. See, it goes. And this man with slippers, when he keeps walking, he sees a lady on the wheelchair, unhappy. looks at that lady and says, "Oh, how are you so happy?" The lady says, "I'm happy that only my legs are not there. My hands are there helping me to push the wheel so that I can move." So the happiness exactly depends upon the drive that we have in our mind and acknowledgement of the possessions that we have. Once we look at that, automatically desires drop. When desires drop, harmony rises. When harmony rises, contemplative mind sets in. And contemplative mind sets in, we'll be in a position to do meditation. When we do meditation, peace is obtained, and peace is there. Anandam, Paramanandam, Brahmanandam, Atmanandam, Chidanandam, whatever you call it as, that radiates from us. In fact, this is what Buddha's message is. Desire is the root cause of all miseries. We keep reading that, we keep telling that, but we don't acknowledge that in our lives. So with this, we'll conclude today's session, and we'll catch up later with the next one. Thanks for being with Krishnam Vande Jagat Guru.